Hello, I'm Hussein. Today I checked a nativity of a person with high IQ, and it's a chart. In fact, the owner of this chart is a German philosopher and critic with a high IQ. And I will put the link maybe in story or somewhere for you to be able to check the link. It's from Astro-Databank website or Astrodient website, and is categorized as high IQ case, uh, and is AA rated, means very accurate chart. Means the accuracy of birth time is very high with birth certificate in hand. Okay, for checking the IQ of the native, first of all, I want to show you that LA here is Lagna, or the ascendant of the chart. And from the Lagna, we have the first house, and then we move clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 houses of the chart are shaped with the clockwise movement. We start from the Lagna, we move clockwise until we reach the last house of 12th house. Okay, for checking every event in the chart, we do analysis using two main factors. First of all, it has some significators, some natural significators, and secondly, it has a functional significator. Natural significator for the brain and intelligence are Mercury and the moon, or in Vedic astrology we call them Naisargika Karakas. Naisargika Karakas means natural Karakas for an event, and here for the intelligence of the native, we have Mercury, that is the significator of, in fact, sharpness of the brain, and the moon, that is the significator of mind, and these are all connected to IQ. Now, let's check Mercury at first. If you look at the chart, you can see the Mercury is positioned in the second house here, and in 21 degree 18 minutes. That is a good degree. Means it is not in the early degrees of the sign or the last degree of the sign. That is what in Vedic astrology is called infancy and old age respectively, and then it is in a degree between these two. It is a good degree, and it is in its own multiricuna sign of Virgo. That is not just its own multiricuna sign, but also its exaltation sign. And at the same time, you can see there is no affliction of malefics on the Mercury. Yes, nodes are there. We can see nodes, Rahu and Ketu exist over 8 houses, but the degree of the nodes are, in fact, more than 5 degree orb of effect. Means in the precision that we consider in astrology, especially in systems approach of late Mr. Vika Chaudhary, the orb, the effectiveness of the planets for benefic result or malefic results, for conjunction and aspects, is 5 degree orb either side of the planet or a cusp. Here, nodes are more than 5 degrees of the Mercury, and then are not afflicting Mercury. Check it. Rahu is 15 degree and Mercury is 21. It is away from 5 degree. And then you can see that Mercury is great, in a great placement, great position in the chart, in its own house, own multi house of Virgo, and the same time is exalted in good degree without any affliction. Wow, super powerful Mercury. And then one karaka or significator of IQ, that is Mercury, is super strong. Another significator that we're going to check is Moon, that is the significator of mind, and it's placed in Aries. That is the ninth house of the chart. And in the degree of 12 degree 56 minutes, and again a good degree because it is not in the state of infancy or old age, and then strongly placed in the ninth house. And in Vedic astrology there are three houses that are called sun-like houses. These houses are 2, 3, and 9, ninth houses, and any planet that is positioned in one of these houses receive 25% strength, means an additional strength. Then you can see Moon is well placed in the ninth house, the same time in a good degree of 12:56, 12 degree 56 minutes, and also it is the ninth house, that is a sun-like house, and then receive an additional strength. And again, this Moon is not afflicted by any benefic in aspect or conjunction. You can see that nodes are not aspecting this Moon. Mars here is benefic, although it is far away from the Moon, and it is benefic. Then no bad affliction on the Moon. And if you check the Navamsha chart, you will see that this Moon is placed in Cancer in the Navamsha chart, and I didn't give Navamsha chart here, although it is necessary for analyzing a chart. But anyway, I didn't want to make it a long presentation. Then you saw that two Naisargika Karakas, two natural significators of the intelligent, Mercury and the Moon, are strong, super strong. No wonder that this person had a very high IQ and was a philosopher, a critic. And another thing that we are going to check is functional factors. Means in addition to checking natural factors, natural significators in a chart, we should always check functional factors too. From functional, I mean the houses and the owner of the houses. Here, as I told you, the ascendant, the Lagna is here is in Leo, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house here is the house of intelligence. It has many meanings. It means child, it means higher studies, etc. But here we are considering, we are checking it from the viewpoint of IQ, and then it is a house that should be checked for IQ. And if you check this house, it is not afflicted by any malefic, and its lord, the owner of Sagittarius, that is Jupiter, and it is placed in Aquarius, in the seventh house of the chart. A good placement, seventh house is good because it is not placed in 6, 8, or 12 houses. These three houses are called Dustan Bhava houses. These are malefic houses, and any planet positioned in one of these houses becomes weak and almost lose 50% of the power. And Jupiter is placed in the seventh house, that is not a Dustan Bhava house, and strong. And again, in a good degree of 25 degree 57 minutes, it is not in the state of infancy or old age. Great, amazing, strong Jupiter here. Then you saw that again you don't see any affliction on this Jupiter. It is free from malefic aspects or conjunctions. Nodes are not aspecting it. Malefic planets in this chart are not aspecting this Jupiter. I tried to explain it in a short explanation because although it needs a more detailed explanation, I have to explain what are malefic in this chart and what are multiricuna houses, etc. But anyway, I tried to explain it in a way that everybody with average knowledge of Vedic astrology can understand these. Thank you very much for watching and listening to my presentation, short presentation about the high IQ, the chart of a native with high IQ. Thank you very much.